Hi guys, it's Dr. Denney over at Four Paws at Fulshear Veterinary Clinic, and today Maddie and I are going to be chatting about a really important topic, microchipping. So this question and this topic comes up a lot in our daily practice, so we're going to chat a little more about it, and hopefully if you have questions, this is going to get some of them answered.
Dr. Denney, what does it mean to have my dog microchipped?
So microchipping is when we embed a teeny tiny little chip underneath the skin. It does, you do have to inject it. In most of the cases, we're going to inject it between the shoulder blades. But this is a means of tracking your dog if they ever get lost. So how this process works is that you come in, request a microchip. Most of the time we'll do this when patients are getting spayed and neutered, just because it does have a little bit of a big needle. It is super sharp. So the pain level is low, but it's still a big needle. I like to do it when my patients are asleep personally, because I know if it was on me and you came at me with that needle, I'd be like, put me out. But our pets tend to tolerate it really well. I am always shocked at how well they do with it. It's one poke and then they're done and they move on with their lives. There's no recovery time at all. But it's a teeny tiny little chip and it gets embedded underneath the skin and it stays with them for the rest of their lives. This chip gets registered into a database, and if your dog or cat ever gets missing and gets picked up and gets scanned, then your information pops up and you can get contacted. So microchips have helped reunite thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pets throughout the United States, including the world. So these chips are super, super important.
Can microchips be used to track my dog?
So no, that kind of technology doesn't exist yet. I'm sure that it's coming. I mean, look at the crazy things that are out right now. I think that would be an excellent business model. If someone watching this wants to develop that, I think that would be like gold, because how amazing would that be? I know when we lost my husband's dog, she is chipped, but she's scared of other people. And what we were having to do is we were having to go off of sightings in our neighborhood. She made it 7 miles away from our house. And so we would, be like following updates on Facebook on where she was. Imagine if we had a chip that could do that. Now they do make air tags like they do for luggage that you can attach to your pet and use your iPhone or maybe Android with an app to be able to track your pet's location. But collars can come off, collars can get lost, collars can be taken off. They can't remove a microchip. Well, they can, but I don't know that they would. So whenever we have a lost pet that's brought in, the first thing that we do is scan it for a chip. And if we find a chip, then based on the number, we figure out the company, call the company, and they reach out to the owner. But we here at Four Paws at Fulshear, we have reunited many pets based off their microchips.
Who can scan my dog's microchip information?
That's a great question. We can, yay! We have scanners here. I do believe Fulshear PD does as well. Most police departments will have access to a scanner. Some rescues will also have a scanner, so you can post in your neighborhood and see if someone has a scanner. But definitely any veterinary clinic, shelter, or police department will have access to these scanners.
What if I forget or lose my dog's microchip information?
So if you just want to call where your dog was given the microchip, they'll have your number on record. I know part of our medical file here at Four Paws at Fulshear, there is an actual space where we type the ID in, and that goes wherever your pet goes. So even if you move veterinary clinics, that is part of their medical record. So if you forget, it's very easy to look up. And you can also always take that number, look it up online, call the company, and just make sure that you keep your registration details current, especially if you move. That's going to be important. There are quite a few clients that forget to do this, and then if their animal gets lost, at least the phone number is correct, but they have to go back and re-register to the correct address. So I hope this helped answer some questions about microchipping. We believe it's super important. Being able to reunite a pet with their owner is one of the most rewarding things. And let's face it, dogs and cats are animals. If they go outside, then they have the potential to get lost. We do have these random pop-up storms, especially here at summertime in Texas, in the middle of July. And we get pop-up storms all the time. What if your dog's outside is scared of thunder, one big clap of thunder and over the fence and he's gone? gets picked up by someone, you know, an hour later, and they're at a veterinary clinic getting scanned, and then you get your dog back within a few hours. I mean, how amazing is that? So making sure that your pets are microchipped is super important. So I hope this helps you guys. Any questions that you might have about microchipping, please feel free to reach out to Four Paws at Fulshear. We do perform microchipping here, and I hope you guys have a good day.